Us.
And it was made by your director that by some in the party that government is somehow allegedly, quote, intimidating or, quote, coercing party faithful to throw their support behind one of the presidential aspirants. And we have to be open about it. The allegation is being made that the government is putting all its authority behind the vice president. I want to say in very clear terms to you and to the world, it is a false and malicious narrative. There's not a single truth to it. That's why I can beat my chest and I can say without any fear of contradiction, there's no one in the party, there is not a single person in the NPP who can say that I have asked him or her to support this or that.
Good morning,
aspirant.
boss. Good morning,
I'm not
boss.
Right, 93.7. Mampeniano asem ena watie no. We say there is no single aspirant or single person in the party. Also be any MPP amanyokuo mu se wo gina bio so wo nyina bio. Ya ono mampeni na Akufo Addo aka kire ne se monta asomasi echi na oni nkunim na ometu franka ma MPP. Ti amanfo e ka se ota obi echi bia Dr. Baumia na bia tisa no eye huruhua da sem na asem akokon se MPP amanyokuo mu no oye mampeni a ontumi nkyere party no nipa onne so omuyi no so obedi omanim party mana enim de omode tumi no na akofra no ebehye no se yenko manso ne Dr. Samuel Efriye, political analyst and lecturer, Kumasi Technical University eni ho nkomo sa Samuel mampeni akan asettle matter no na. Doc, good morning.
Good morning, we have been at saying
Nyame adom na so
Nyame adom boko
said the MPP for power and that's why yebo say no nipa du bia pemampani adi ombeto aba so ne so amaka enum ansa na omako November na there be the better say the systems candidate say obi omu a ono de mampani na bemu mpanifo nyina ta na chi to be specific I was mampani na bemu mpanifo na wo on tie Dr. Baumia echi no na ye o kai no mampani say entisa enye no kre huruhua da unkwanti obia suru ahunhura no sa de ntina on task me sia na abenti echi doc mampani asettle asem na
me go fi me da wase ni production team ani wotie phone na na anano peso mechi akumase for so uni go fi ba se dia se wa woni tua ene obia wo de obeka ye eternal contest inti e ba sa na obia wo ba ni nyina mu no hwemu a system candidate no ambiti o mampani na o kan but de me kan say se wo ye o mampani a o free party ni mo de untimi embigina o ka so support we because we share MPP tradition na history say at the end of the day ni drew wa amanfo cho madre no ma peke de o mo pe na but nipa naturally no mini Akufi we den ya even ebusuam yi beto bibi se bi a position bi ba ebusua peniu se dey you even one kasa nuclear family ni kura no den ya you may have bibi akunya to na se PUB a we are there you may have your preference and a natural thing idea nyame dia boy say we there I prefer will be action will be but the amount of mampani situation no I say untimi nyinim say because say your president one at the same time no so no the time aso a I was say utimi execute the 8 no or don't know ejidi so debate media any record and at the same time no also making sure say the right things are done. But say obeyi nanimu de and our true challenge is obi a or did say be a waka bibisa and also support to be no man that is how me say but any person we are you may have over to banibi or one preference and the system on vice president because the vice president wants a million or more and then I make I say me go fee vice president is a vice president to ordinary candidate. And when I did make us a MPP for other aspirants, no money a little bit cautious kakra. because we vice president amuna waba amuna ebeto aba does not denigrate to say be ambutimi akasa and we was the vice president of Ghana. More contesting na who be the position of Wakrana is in a subset.
Yeah.
Because a subset bibi kakrevi na ona bia who would be say bia yemi apeni Alanche Martin so no a minister for trade.
Yeah.
Minister for trade you cannot say is equal to the vice president. The vice president is no new money in the relationship. And yet the system will come by itself. And I say bia among for so being GB say yenin etiso. Say no see one maninya. If you make me secure my position. So go you want to
yeah, it's true.
And most government officials might be so more yes, me protecting the home in a way. But victimization only be I think say be as evidence be more people because I learned say be more accusation. When it comes to you maybe say at the same be better to be. But the here is obeti an evidence to prove.
But doc, you say so 2007 now. Now Vice President Alhaji Mahama ewa kensie num. Sabre no na manfo say mampeda da akofo e support Alanche Martin. Whether it was true or not true, na manfo say kofo preferred candidate Alan. But sabre so na Vice President wo ho. Ye hu say abemu mpanifo no dodo no aye so ene vice woman no nko ade bia ye ntai na chi ada bibia ti sa. They say the hadwen ne say party no mpanifo no dodo no anura mampani kan so cabinet ministers kwa wona ba mu a wo mo support other candidates onyu bia hwe ba dodo no ano aye nim wo mo no de wo mu edi vice president na hu hia say president be ba be chirima mo so na hye wo mo so wo nye saa ana say wo mo na mugidi say wei ene e pen to ne compare Alhaji Mahama de na difference be na home.
Ghana politics, situations about different leadership, and almost style, no. Majority say during that time, that was at the same. Near him to be a former president before a support to Aliu and so not. But that is what among for the artist Mombekika. Now the issue now about Mia system, Oshe. Me chidi say amain crop for any way no mudi no. Me based on to say them can earlier say more job security one. At the same time and also no, say we share the rule of hello.
Still paradox.
Good morning. So we share the rule of the vice president. Buying way anymore. Was at the party anymore. I say or to me a little bit of control.
Yeah.
If you like control there because of the rule President Nanado de Amana, oh, you might be bringing when you the inroads in other people and that's what you control over them. Intermediate for me, the APR and also Vice President Baumia and also working itself out. Sometimes, won't mean I say will be responsible. This one why I'm working it be no vision be said. It be as a Dutch be an opportunity be better. So what me are working itself out to prove.
Yeah.
Say at least. Also to me to tune new may now build a relationship say by baby sana obenya that support. Me I think say based on that me I will look at that perspective. But say me there will be nothing wrong if I Matisse be and Nanado support on the vice president because on the copa and buy. Next only that now 8 years. Now would you say be obey me abwa party na year. Me for me they will declare there's nothing wrong but at the end of the day no a leader and also our party anymore won't me making the intentions open. But maybe behind the closed doors, and I know dear, we are not supposed to be hypocrite. Yeah. We are not supposed to be hypocrite. That is a natural thing. Me just say there were Adam Penifo Bisu almost support to other candidates. Me just say that is the vice, that is the president so be cabinet ministers, you just say bimo until and I make us say, yeah, maybe almost that also said up a cartoon. Sebaya president also be respond to me and say, oh, BBC the any Sebaya, Ebema, and you Madaho. This time, they say a journalistic approach to them or Juma Muyi. Most of that pursue no Numa Hesibia, Sanity, and I think Sanity, and I be a Mati Bibi, into Mupesa Moyana Mupusuna, who say, in all, no, there's nothing wrong with saying if you are an support vice. For me, because it will be our preferred choice. But the position now, we need the own to me making it clear in an open statement. Sadie, but me did say, be a only be at na why your opposition 8 years, vice president in Abaimu. Now, did say because think I idea I want to mean in your Juman, come at this time, and Kabianka and Saya Bemu and I say be a 4 years in Grano. Could miss the same, but for me, as because Nipa, me say Nyamiama a natural choice, dear. Hey, do baby, obit me a there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, so on or can say or vote and was also the choice. But all impose that choice will be also. Yeah. It's not as they say, me too, I say, that's about me a carry who ye, Juma on the mampany ye no munti ama wo mom di na chine nya resimu mu se oyobi obetima ye adwuma no ye se bia o president na so se muni na chi
wo se me nua wo fi enu ma bi wo a ho de bia ka so obi na ye bibi but ni pa no so bi so anu abon ho modi ni nyoma tutu ye
yeah
me did say those behind the team of Baomia no o ma ye adwuma me for me they have really done sometimes ni pa no ye did say obi outcome no and yes, by your dwumadi a wadi e wa chire e kwan ofa so watimi aton ne ho e kwan wa fa so watimi atoto ne nyoma ye e kwan watimi build the relationship. Politics is about relationship. Anyhow wa obetimi abre once and Baomia lens ono ahobrase de ofa nakwa. So based on that no any influence in government me that's how I see it. The influence wa ban we also don't compare Aliwa former president vice president Aliwa. No need much influence like you said about Baomia away.
Yeah.
So even though he was a vice president, but no visible vice president.
Yeah.
Visible vice president in the sense almost a baby BM answer but Nana do a Timmy, me was Nana do a Timmy at home Baomia very well because one man opportunity, one man a platform. And I did say platform knows what the man knows when Timmy on the tone was it. I'm an anywhere who was it. And that is what me did say. I'm man that leverage.
Yeah.
And then because vice president and you might be na we DC we they you wouldn't be related because Nanado I'm man that much room or man a lot of room for him to work. I did work yeah said vice president they are buying they will lead the Bemau and I'll obey.
Yeah.
And that is what the Nanado Baomia. So practically people might even conclude to say, maybe it was a strategy for a long time. Then, Sebia, me pese that be a minute about me about me man a coin on your juma, me man a platform, menton, you know, and that might be a strategy, and nobody can say you're wrong. A strategy, the party opens boy will be a your coin before so a beboano. But be I want to mean you when him say, Yantua, and I mean, say MPP for so delegate so there. The imposition the old boy, when you start the national almost secretary general, you did say Nanka buying crop for support and no BIA, Minpa John Boyd would say, and did say Nanka system no and they creating. But the end of the day, the delegate decided how much my Kodia. So, delegate in Ankasano, say John, blessed memory as a fear delegate, and that is how it will work. You cannot impose any BIA part. Yes, I know one week when I won't have the yen. Say, as a owner, I would say, say, but me, Jilly say, candidate will be a born home thing. Most of them, no other aspirant, be a strategic. Strategic in the sense that one planet, say, be a dachi be a member president, in Timan Karim, who has a be a man to 2 million. Most of them, me, I made me a cancer, ni pabe 3-4 BD. Omodi omo planning, say, it be an opportunity, be an over condemn as Alan say, say, we're planning for all this while from Nanado time, you know. But Umiasu Mijidi said that ambition was there and he was able to plan. And Jako, ne, 1 or 2, but they be more, it be a betul, and it be or no per se or no to and that is where there will be a problem. Until that is sometimes from we prefer candidate way. Me say wow bet me at home wow bet me a convinced delegate, you know, and ye Juma. And the president made a statement to say, ye leader, no so ye leader, obetimi break the 8 for them.
Okay.
Yes. So you may have a party leader, presidential candidate, but may not be a national candidate for the election. I will bet me appeal to the citizens, and that's idea also moving the it's very, very critical in India if they want to break the 8. How marketable the person are for 2024 elections, because where they are, former President Mahama also want to leverage. Also our former president will be a veteran and be a banning you might and be a compare. And also more be so why marketable or why known, because breaking the 8 has not happened before. And Mijidi said the NDC people will not sit down, say just like that. They all have to prove a case. Why we are now be a tradition be so be an interesting but I will urge say or more party for candidate aspirant no na senior more to Toba Park and so na as I mean NDC for you no mbefa no mo so dey aye campaign
nan ka me be o man pani to asoko kan say aspirants bi asase kase tia aban ne body mo say aban ba yi say de niema nkoyi campaign message be ne de ko say yamfa obi a oye outsider ne ekofo obi o wa aban no mu a yentimi break it to kasa obo mo kokko say omo kasa tia the performance of the government no omo ye na emo party no no so ohunu say
me go very no cra then kwa na ya de bia me kasa tia sa MPP for presidential aspirant na omo kasa ne say one outsider obi ye insider
obo o ji se bi ono wanya push tie ntimi fa nya ne ko
na party member well aban na twa mu no wanya position kura na one benefiting from aban contract near you. These things they should not be so much as if say oh say and yet because say nyame adom ne bia any of them kura no ba ko binya party ben a record na will be used to their marketing obewa kase na now aban ye say ya na say they should not be so much hypocrite about what they are doing, because we are denya wum de biam si omu denya wa we den we MPP ni utansuo nim aban ni de ko se ebe we nti se bi ka aban ni ma ko ya ka hwan na be ka senka on ka sa aban no ka ho e bia covid ni yini ma bi ba ma aban ho akire mi anyhow economy yi e se do bi ete ne ho na wote won ka ade ya de pa de a ka bete nti they have to be very, very, very careful. And may suggest say, or more party communicators, they should desist from that statement. We have to say they won't come, but now who come? You are part of the government because Nanado achievement, Nanado records, and I'll be used to a campaign. And I want to fire a me make don't call a party now all the way records are on so they should desist from that statement in messages and then the greatest as if we say they are not part no be change me na men ka ho me na me say po mo ye den wo nyina obi adem obi adem so no bi wo ye den wo dem wo anya position kura wa benefit we a former president Kufo kura bia wow until you cannot desist from say wo bia menya part of it and especially omo no mo ye ministers a omo wo no some of their statements and as a media na men ka ho me ko ye we me na me ye we ni empreso and yes be no kwa na wo na anya president nti ni bibia na suggest ya aban ne befa ebi wo ha to asuma na ebi amoko cabinet a mo dwen ho so they should change their message me ka say in political marketing sell yourself ton as a person but uhima ne bi ka di bi atem ne bi ka gisantem bebre wow we sa na wo kwa em wow ton wan kasa na wo gina wo no e di enti ne nipa nya gidie wo mu who as a person because about no ye gidie ne nipa nya wo nipa mu I didn't know say nya gidie wo former president Mahama onye say bia because we say and also nya gidie wo mu because they say bia who he is and what he has done and I say bia nyoma evidential say me gidi say obetimi aye and then also me to ambama Alan because bia Alan ye say me hu bibi say ni eno na wo ton wo na nye say ene me ba ene aban we na me nka ho eno de Who yet there? Man says, can Japan or Winia? Why achievement no become one? Or because a free SHS no a year don't call the Bayana. You can't do that. Until you make sure that some messages no, we are doing more party no, and more even the candidate themselves. And delegates no home we are wise to subsidy. We are wise to pie in the sense that no matter what they think about the party. The party you have been saying or party still stands. And it's only party members. When you're floating party members in the woman say be as you ever to abandon maybe and propose the floating protest. They are there to protect the party. Say be almost no if you BB every party them. And you maybe or more or more campaigners no more careful. No more bastardize a buying now we are partner who will be real a better campaign on the achievement of what of the government. Where's any minion this yami mudi or they will go against you and they become against you. No more fighting a lot. And they do be no more honcha or more much pen or more
that's right.
Or more honcha or cry. Miniakufi or more is an M1 or Munumuni the best candidate. Okay. Party.
Doc, finally, if I should put you on the spot, a nipa 5 Ben I just on maybe kids a short list of 5 no.
Short list for me I think now no nipa be 3 bit year. Let me make a conclusive is Alan, Baumia, and Canada, Japan. Yes, the top 3, no, probably they are there. But the other 2, no, Anna, me, offer, I could free me, name dear, but Nina, better. 2 need any conclusive, maybe some few days now. Yeah, call for a research, beat me my data to prove. But the top 3, there, probably it is confirmed to say.
Right. Doc, I say, I heard you say, I don't pay. Dr. Samuel Free, a political analyst, also a lecturer at Kumasi Technical University. On the other equity and common fire, Penny Pros announcement, so entire candidate to be We'll be speaking to campaign spokesperson for the aspirants, Ken Camp, Alan Camp, Baumia Camp, near Busom, say, Asamo Mampenia Kane. That is settle the matter. Say, me new biafa. Biaso ntimi fa me di me ka say, mo se mo ntuma weiti. Won se dom di obi achi a, ebi ono ane modembo. Untumi nka se bia obi mampeni na se obi ento abama no.
It was made because we are supporting a particular aspirant. No minister, no deputy minister has been thrown out of his job or even been threatened because of their support for their preferred presidential aspirant. The members of my cabinet who are openly campaigning for particular candidates, who's not the vice president. It has not affected their presence in the cabinet. There's been no indication to them whatsoever that somehow or other I am disturbed by what they're doing. It's their right. They're party people. They can make whatever choice that they want, like all of you.
Right. Yeko man so yene lawyer William Kunsi ono na ba sentiment temu a the nyan for Canada Japan ono campaign no odi animu. Lawyer, good morning.
Good morning.
Na ho ye de?
Ofa no ho na so.
Nya media che ira say anopray nura sama mampani kan say bi no ka say the systems candidate we na mampani peno we ni me double so many so nta obi achi obi a be ka kire so no mampani se montoma we a ya tro obia so ni na ba mu a ye hunahuna no say aden na mampani doba no on support no was settle matter na.
Well, I was here finding out the reason why this time now
okay.
But answer no. I want to congratulate the president for this statement.
Okay.
Because that is how politics is done.
Daniel, you know.
Sani, you know. We are national officer. We are national officer. We are leader to say president. Na say you go contest. You go contester. You are not supposed to show any bias because we are statesman technically. But you have your favorites. And you are not to openly support one candidate. By the end of the day, you call back and say about it. And to overwhelm your own panel. And it is right when the president says that he's not behind anybody. And this sharply contradicts the vice president's campaign message. Say, our godfathers too. The president is behind him, and then the former president, John Ajekun, before is behind him. Remember, Kwamina Dufo Abekasona did by Bank of Ghana, also contradicting the stories told by the vice president. Say it was President Kufuor who brought him to Bank of Ghana. It has been contradicted. The president's statement has contradicted his second position that he has two godfathers who are behind him. Remember, during his first outing, he mentioned people from Alan's campaign team who have left to join him. He's one who take Nibia. Boss FM. And that is the kind of politics that should not be done.
Lawyer, let the answer which I call to where the Kafabra for my.
What is that? Omra Obi or starting the campaign, the first message of mine or board Dini Sancrophobia no me the campaign manager of Alliance Martin so me the chief. No board Dini no mujo this Pomponi. And after said wire comments and I'm saying internal politics. It move beyond country. But President has shown maturity. He's leading the way, he's showing the way to how internal politics is done. You don't come out openly, even when you support the candidate. Everybody will see, will perceive that you are supporting the candidate. But, oh dear, you don't have a responsibility to make a declaration. And now I'm reading press statement, a big interview, me some say, Emra, majority leader of parliament, almost at the Mapankoma national headquarters. Na me dey Atuja. Na me say Emra, majority leader of parliament, make open declaration. I never heard a party make a comment, but it is against the rules of the party governing this election. Regional ministers and regional party officers are holding a microphone, putting it to people to tell the world where they belong to. And is this the kind of politics that we want to do? I am happy today that the president has departed from that kind of politics. Now the old MPP decent politics. Every member of the party is respected, you know. What yes, I'm not a party no. And what then so support to candidate be I will be on merit. I am sure, sir, the way that information is working against Baumia, that is not why he came out. Because people have said, sir, as long as Baumia is supported by the president, they'll make sure he loses. And I'm sure it is not the reason why the president has come out now. And yeah, President Ayadie, but no clue when he said, whatever Baumia the way to politics, yeah, and politics, and go can party mum, and go bubo say, winnie, or mafa, winnie mafa, it will be a medimachi. That is not politics, internal politics is done.
Lawyer, I say, the free cyber could be see. Lawyer William could see a can a Japan campaign team. Emo santaman temu oni die ni mo na otese ne kodi nkomo fa semwa mampeni enso aka no hono samampeni wa settle scores na wa settle case na say case close say so who say obi edi asomasi na benti echi a ono ne preferred candidate no on fa de mata ho se bi ono mampeni na ose monta sa oya krono echi John Peter Mewu oye cabinet minister oyirenim Alan bebia on e comment council yami adma duada ebe ra John Alan Kojo Chamatin ono so ba Ashanti Rojo kai say last week na also ono so ba na parliamentary business in no suspend here for bare 1 week enonti yami adma next week Alan so hete Ashanti region vice president was central region CC make say enya asem keto akra say na 3rd of August yami adma 26 and on beto abano just about 23 days. I mean, now to me and Sunday and Sebi, they are all crisscrossing the country. We kwa we are na ewe ubi ejuma oye ene ne modembo asema mampeni kan ye me de no or say MPP mu de omontumi for esi obi se chinchina we ti nipa no hu se wodomo a na ebi amanfo gidi so betuma ye adwuma no eno nti na omo edi na chire na ya na obi bu ahe ewa ahoma no so ono so o se bumpugo candidate Dr. Baumia na odene ba na mo channel pay
boss ya mejo so
na mpom ye de
anandaro
na enra samu mampani ekaye se MPP mu de nye obi na yi obi se chinchina party ni nyuntum na nkrofos eni din se na ai ono mampani ta obi achi na o catching nkrofos se wo amanta asoasi ana abenti achi no ebi a beye mu se wo so nta obi achi ti omo mo kasa asem no enyai oje ne say
so that is right. I mean, boss akobai ultimi nkasa wonte se ebinimo kase establishment umbrella for issue.
Yeah.
On say we support establishment. Now, obuka kura ruba bi omkama na ya so. Omo edi establishment candidate techino. Omama wo musika, omama wo cars, omama wo nyema. But the service ni metiana aha gena mama. Because me na mama nkwana manam. I was in Wanchi. And Ramonchi. MC young Wanchi, himself Rame by Wanchi.
Okay.
And people constituency chairman himself by Wanchi. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia himself by Wanchi. Name them. Fradawari himself by Wanchi. Nanakomia himself by Wanchi. Name them. So, no, I'm not made a mechanic. I'm a Tommy Petru. No, I'm a campaign. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. It is all Gasso. Ebinum crowd ya sister sikado supum na yedema wo mo. It looks like you are some of us, you are insulting our intelligence. That is number 1, 2. Now only some also born anado I say na MPP abaya I say no matter which. Eti no come jani me no ade nanado aka asini picture me de onti muni ma mfansha ukashiro. Or support to be something, and I think it's good. Yeah, moving my Baumia, Jumano, Baumiano, dear Nana, Major say Nippon age and Ubia, Ubia, Jana, Ubia, but move back to Penda, be nothing. I mean, I'm a Baumia. Now, so no, Yano, Yana, boy, a better. May I share near my boy a cashiri. Nami amadim kukuruta. Nami amaswa Baumia. So people can say it is unfortunate, you know. So Mando watuna to emuna make biruna emeba wanchi
93.7
ko obi ani mo hwe nipa kakra bi ambesia peer stakeholders and key members of the RMC nim constituency chairman nim constituency secretary nim nso mabako amakodrushane. So that is it, you know.
Na chese asemo amampani akan amanfo ntia se obi se da wokan obi ayi nanim se bia ye we ne peno a bia nipa no ne wodi gidie wonumu yesa ban na ahye se chinchina enye sei.
I mean, I come in comedy. I'm straight to myself.
So,
you know, yeah, because nipa bebredi ba omi achi ni nyina sabi you enye sika na ntoma na mpapo anase, but you know nipa no okenkan amanyoko no yabakosam babia ye free buy babia ye bidru hefa na ye ko enti na omde toto ho enti biru mo no ase ya maba umuya ensan ya ho ba umuya agenda ide ye mani nsan ya ho enti ye besompwe na ya pursue this agenda.
Omampani saka bibi se wonwa omo say party didin se abiya bai baye niema ankoyi ti se asesemu a ya mpe candidate bi a oye outsider kakra fra ben mu a yentimi break it omunyai se omo cassette the performance of the government. Sasa nana what be?
Yeah, but that one some amount for no cano. I no me no mo nya you know. Some companies say na kroje a anya me awa bontiri bi no ka o Oh, no, minister, former minister, should have been a canana boy.
Yeah.
I have one thing, you need to be a beer when I know I be a cassam. Obi a chi. I want more, my baby, because my bar, na ye we say, the bar, ye be say, sir, Obi team of Futua, and Kanye say, I call IMF. We can not no. No, I want to see you. No, a former minister in the government. So, and so I'm paying their bet.
Hello, Nana. Hello. Nana Bajo, what you got?
Morning, boss. Good morning, boss.
Too bad. I'm say, no, be boy lie no. Shall say, kakra. Nana Bajo, what you got? Okay. You say, sabi to me asa can be wada ye we enkomodie no. Ti I'm say mampeni aka na asem na wie. Or say obi amfani di mata candidate bia ho. Nti candidate bi di obi achi a nipa no gye di se bi ono. Obetimi aye adwuma no amano. Ana you say bia de mampeni kan sebe obegyina betwam no kasa by in reality no. Ogi so candidate e na oboapa. Also no kai kra so candidate. Was he has a vote and he has a candidate or a choice. Or better abanibi. And when him the obeto so amano. But on she will be a say chinchina we and a monfa nambra. Manfa we are ma or bemwa. So be a cabinet minister. And so yenye she a man crying ama or yen a juma. The head will be a so juma or yete. Na sasa kana no bi boy bi wa baby san kom for adwen chrebre 0244 835983 so ononyan for Samuel Kujota Black Wire NDC rachobye e wot North Ton o se ene nwanwa papa se finance minister Raka no Foriata ona Ghana sikasem edaso a hye nsa if so te ase enye yi se bebi aka no Foriata pa de o man sikasem kodu ye na MPP ministers asofo bebro de otwe omo friend central for catch on some mampeni se wan yi finance minister dia ye ma waba no nya asomdwe e mo nko kan ya mampeni antie e ma up to now finance minister no a ne dia ni mo na ye hwe se Bank of Ghana abetodwa so maboka be 60 billion plus ni nyina ne se finance minister antus kasem ni ye kakra bi anu okwabrochira kwaje bosia kra bi anu akwaje bosia dia ba edu ba bi a ye nya sika nkotua no na chesafe de ye kwa mo no ne se kopobo si enye bi ti Bank of Ghana eno nko da no mu twa sika ma wo mo ya e say Bank of Ghana ka mo abo more than 60 baby 60 baby 70 baby 77 billion ni nyina na Bank of Ghana for chere say cocoa board for bo se omji omantimentu ya any domestic debt exchange program no na ehun akohia se wo mo a omdo sika ba bo sia ya ebre no abaye se onyantua ne ade a sei na bond holders say demonstration ni ade no wo mo sika ni na wo se Bank of Ghana ba se no retreats kama wo mo no e na amasese wo maboka Kujota Black Wire say abrochire ba bi a ka finance minister kan you obi kra na be ka kire se wo fa da dwuma nto e we say the performance are very very shambolic abysmal na ye bisa se MPP mrashabodwafo no a omoka se Kenoforiata Ken must go no e say baby e do the IMF yakwa kodu baby ti Ken must go na twam wana now they are satisfied with the performance of the finance minister Kujota Black Wire on the anyone pa se bepem sa bre no ye jai ura Kenoforiata se no anti efie nwotwe a MPP abeba no sebe obi ani wa adwen nyansa bi odi trimu a ye be Kenoforiata si nchen na ide adwuma na hye nsa na wetima ye adwuma na ononyanfo Alexander Kwame na afenyo marking oso no de no parliament omo wie the debate on media budget review no oso no de obetimi aka se Ghana finance minister Kenoforiata ye mo na baso papa no wa ya de pa Kujota Black Wire se wonya ade ohudi enti oda so to no Kwame na afenyo marking deputy majority da say finance minister abadwuma yenye odenie oyebue Kenoforiata yenye
Mr. Speaker, the question is this MPP government, whether we have done well to save the economy. That is the question. My answer is yes, we have. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at countries like Sri Lanka, Lebanon, Suriname, Zambia, Pakistan, El Salvador, Mr. Speaker, they could not survive the effect of COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war. Mr. Speaker, as it is today, Mr. Speaker, they are now emerging from these twin ravages. Mr. Speaker, today in this country, if we go to our shop shelves, they are not empty. If you need medication, you get it. If you need essential services, you get it. Honorable member, Mr. Speaker, we are not queuing at the gas stations. We are getting fuel. Mr. Speaker, neither do we have Dumso. We don't have it. This is not a hopeless economy. The managers of this economy are better than the managers who managed this economy from 2009 to 2016. And I say this with emphasis. Honorable Atufose, he was a deputy finance minister. And he sat there and signed an agreement called CDB facility. A facility that our inability as a country to draw down led to disbursement penalty charges. And by the time they woke up in 2014 to seek what I call capping, Ghana has spent over $300 million. Who today want to create a certain impression about the finance minister? Let me proceed by saying that, Mr. Speaker, the minister must be applauded. He must be applauded because so far the country is headed in the right direction. Mr. Speaker, if you pay attention to page 28 of the submission,
Good morning, boss.
it is clear that inflation has softened. The exchange rate is less volatile. When I say inflation has softened, what I'm trying to say is that earlier we saw the trend in inflation. We did.
Right, we for Alexander Afenyo Markin, Deputy Majority Leader, and also Finance Minister Kenoforiata. I was say a bought Nabaso. We say Juma why or the total NDC abreswa na deputy minority leader Kisatufo deputy finance minister na omo amomode ekra. Is that your thinking? Ekaba ebehwe finance minister the modembo na afi mampeni